DOT inspection sticker. 3 of the 8 tires on the trailer needed to be addressed. One had a nail in it, so they patched that tire. One had a big chunk of tread missing, so they used our spare to replace that one. And then the other one, they needed a new tire because the tread was at one area was coming off the tire, off the carcass. So, and then they had to pack and reseal one of the axles that was leaking. So, 12 hours. Good morning, brother. I don't see who all's on there, but I see there's a couple people on there. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, sister. Good morning, Virginia. Anyway, sister, I'm in Arizona. Can you smell us? Oh, we just had a shower, so you shouldn't be able to smell us. Anyways, so poor Alex, because I drove yesterday until we got to the garage, and then I went off duty, and Alex didn't go on duty because we were sitting there, so there's no reason for him to go on duty. So he sat there that whole 12 hours because I went to bed after the live that I did because I was exhausted since I had started driving at 4 a.m. And then I woke up this morning after I had slept for 8 hours, and Alex was spent. So he went back there and he has crashed big time. So anyways, we are continuing on our way to Tennessee, just past Nashville. We'll get there on the 5th about 1 a.m. And then we don't have nothing lined up yet. Usually, probably tomorrow, hopefully they'll start planning us out, our next trip. But yeah, so how are you guys doing this morning? Anything fun and exciting? Sister, are you working today? Jazzy, happy birthday, Jazzy! Ah, wish you're gonna be 12, right? We're gonna start going backwards because she's getting too big. All those kids is getting too big. I miss you too. Jazzy getting a permit driving. I mean, because that's the age she can do it, is get a permit. I can't. Next is Jason. Oh my goodness. Whew. Child, 15. That's a lot. Beautiful out here today. It's 55 degrees. not live on $7.25 an hour. It's just not. Hell, $10 an hour is almost an unlivable wage at this point. And then it looks like Elizabeth Warren is trying to head up a wealth tax where they would if your assets are over 50 million, you pay, I think, 1 or 2 cents per dollar, and if it's over $1 billion, it's like 3 or 4 cents per dollar, which in 10 years would raise $3 trillion. And I was like, well, that's kind of not fair for people who are rich. I mean, they got rich, but then she broke it down that the middle and lower class pay like on an average of 7.5% on all of their income, assets, everything a year in taxes, whereas the wealthy, those people over the 50 million, are only paying 3%. So I'm like, oh hell yeah, tax those bitches. They need to be taxed the same as everybody. Just because you got money don't mean you should pay less. So I think everybody should have the same tax amount, regardless of your income. So if you're making $7.25 an hour, you should be taxed the same as somebody making $200 million a year or whatever. Yeah, those people are going to pay more because they're making more, but it's the percentage that you're looking at. So that's what I say. And so then I thought, well, how would I feel if I won the lottery and I had all this money? Okay, well, fine. First of all, on the lottery, you're getting a higher tax bracket because it's not earned income. You did not work a wage to receive that income. So it's at a 40 or 45% tax rate anyhow. And then you would be taxed yearly on your assets, which you should, if that's what everybody's getting. Everybody should be the same. That's what I say. What do you guys say? Yeah, I see a yep. Okay. So that's what I say. And I think that they asked Warren what they would do with that money. Well, there's a lot of things. They could provide free college tuition for junior colleges, so like community colleges or 2-year colleges to get an associate's degree, which would really help out people. They could do child care. They could do infrastructure reform. Let's take care of our power grids and our roads and our bridges that are falling apart. Let's take care of, there's a lot of things you can do with $3 trillion. So I think that I would be down for that. And just because you're Bezos with billions and billions of dollars, or old dude that owns Tesla, just because you got money flying out your behind, don't mean that you shouldn't be getting taxed the same as anybody else. So I think that would be a good thing. The next thing is, let's see, the tax or the vaccines are still rolling pretty good. Johnson & Johnson just got approval, although we don't have as much vaccine. They say by the end of the year, they should have a higher, or not the end of the year, by the end of the month, maybe, or the end of next month, that they'll have quite a substantial amount of vaccine coming. So that's going to be 3 providers with vaccines. Hopefully that'll help us get vaxxed quicker to build that herd immunity, that herd immunity, so that we can cut back on these variants that keep popping up. Because the longer we wait to get to herd immunity, the more chance we're going to have for these variants that come up, which reduce the Moderna and the Pfizer have a better effectiveness against showing symptoms of COVID. And whereas Johnson & Johnson, I think, is like 70% or 65, which is still pretty good. But I'd rather get a Johnson & Johnson vaccine and know I'm not going to die from COVID-19 when it have flu symptoms, and not have to be hospitalized because it's not severe, than to not get it at all because I chose to wait for Moderna or Pfizer. So I will take whatever one comes up first for me. There's some people that still are afraid of the vaccines. You know, all I got to say is, do what you think is best for you and your family. But I would just say, do your research. Quit listening to the hype. Quit listening to the conspiracy theories. Go out and do real research and understand about the vaccines. You have to look at all sides to really get a good point of view. So even though we're getting our vaccinations, we still need to mask up, wash hands, and socially distance, because just because you may not have symptoms, they haven't found data yet to say that you can't be a spreader. So kind of like the asymptomatic people, they don't know they have it, but they can spread it because they may be infected. They're just not showing any symptoms. Even with the vaccine, they're not sure if you could still carry the COVID-19. So it's still going to be important that you're masking, washing hands, socially distancing, to protect others. Yeah, it's not so much for you now that you have your vaccine, but it's for others who don't have the vaccine. So yeah, as I'm sitting here scratching my nose, not supposed to be touching my face. I try to play with my beard because that keeps my hands away from my face. So yeah, that's kind of what the latest things I've heard. A little bit about us, where we are, and a little bit about what I've heard about coronavirus. That's really about it. I'm looking forward to next month, going and spending a couple of days in Florida again, taking a little break, a little vacation, and yeah, so that's about it. So anyways, well, I'm going to go ahead and close out here. I love you guys. Thanks for jumping in and spending time with me this morning. Tell Jazzy happy birthday, and she's getting too old. I will have to tell Alex he needs to send her princess a little birthday message when he wakes up. And I love you guys, and I'll talk to you soon. Mask up, wash hands, social distance. See you tomorrow.